tip number 9, learn basic closing techniques. Now, whether you want to admit it or not, we all are in some form of selling, in the business of selling. Now, you may not be selling products, but you're definitely selling your ideas to customers every day. Anytime you ask them to do something, you're selling it. You're trying to convince them to do something, you're selling. You want them to take a certain action and do this and do that, and you're trying to convince them to do that. Guess what? You're selling. For example, you're trying to convince them to, let's say, use their collision coverage on their vehicle instead of waiting to go through the other insurance provider. You're trying to sell them on the reason why to use that coverage. You're selling. You need to learn a few basic closing techniques or ways to get customers to agree with you on what you're trying to get them to do. Again, so if you're trying to get this customer to make a decision to use their coverage or not on a particular damage claim, you may say something like, if I go through all your coverages on your account right now, would you make the decision to use it or not today? You say I'm getting an action out of them. It's called closing. Now, you see, I'm trying to basically just convince them to take an action. Either use the coverage or not. Either one requires action. They use it, great, we get to go and close the claim. They don't use it, guess what? I get to close the claim anyway because they're not using the coverage. Win-win. It's as simple as that. They win because the claim is now closed. I win because now my inventory dropped, and I get to move on to the next claim. So again, I employ you to learn maybe about 2 to 3 basic closing techniques. That should be more than enough that you would need as far as like insurance adjusting goes. You shouldn't really need more than that. If you do so, if you know have time permits, add some more. Add more than the 3. You know, as if you've been keeping track of your problems that you've been having, you've been pre-writing those answers out, you know exactly what to say to people to get the results you need. So you will know exactly how many close techniques